I now, and no disrespect, I now have to go to a place where I'm watching this guy who is now being, you know, the keys are yours, playing against Lorient, Brest.
But and the thing is, people, when I was saying, look, Mbappe needs to leave, I want to see Mbappe on that stage. And I specifically said nothing got to do with the fact that I don't think he can do it, but because I just know what happens when you play in these leagues. Haaland scores a couple Premier League goals. Oh, Haaland's better than him. People are doing on the Champions League website. They're doing a vote. 70% Haaland votes for better than Mbappe. Bro. I'm like, this is absolutely unbelievable. This is because people be saying he's only doing it in Ligue 1. He's only doing it. This is why I said I want to see Mbappe at Real Madrid, and that's why I was fuming. And people were saying he wants to win the Champions League with Charles. I was like, nah, but obviously the money they offered him. Let's be honest. He wants to go. Mbappe is someone that's destined for great. This is somebody that is destined for great. He's greatest already in terms of greatness. Sorry, he's one of the best players that I've seen. But I've already said that. In terms of forwards that I've seen, he's already probably a top 5 forward that I've seen. The guy is ridiculous. And if people actually genuinely think that this guy has to go to another league to prove that he's levels, it's craziness, bro. We're talking 12 World Cup goals. 12 World Cup goals. The record is 16. He's still got about 2 World Cups in it. 3 if he wants it. Smashes up the Champions League for fun. He has every big game stadium, every big team on his dirt sheet right now, bro. On his resume. And now he's scoring World Cup hat tricks, 8 goals in 1 World Cup. This is ridiculous, bro. Fair. R9 scored. It's so mad how things can be so different, right? Because R9 scored 8 goals to win the World Cup in 2002. Mbappe scores 8 goals and loses the World Cup, but includes a World Cup hat trick. Like, if it got completed, it would have been silly. But bro, this is insane. It's insane, bro. And people, as I said, people are going to talk about, oh, it was penalty, blah blah. You have to have the bottle to score these penalties, bro. He took the first one in the penalty shootout, and he took 2 major ones. Listen, imagine he missed that 2-0. Game over. You lot, good night. The first one. That's what I'm saying. At 2-0, game over. Then to make it 3-3 after scoring that volley. Listen, we witnessed greatness. Let's add context. Let's add context, because remember what happened after the Euros as well. Remember what happened after the Euros as well? The penalty, Rabiot's mom turning his back on him and everything, on his family and that. Because we're talking about the Messi thing, about, you know, the penalties thing. That moment rocked him. Remember, he came out, he was talking mental health. Remember, that's what, 2 years, what, 2 and a bit years? So what, he was 22 at the time. This is someone that had everything had gone right for so long, and he had that moment. And then what happened? Villain arc. And you come and do this. But to the point, though, what we're saying, not that it's a shame, because ultimately, yes, he's on a mission that he wants to achieve. But again, let's be real, yeah. A lot of you are either streaming games or you're not watching French League games. Let's be real. You're not watching PSG against Brest. So you don't see this guy until February Champions League. That's the problem, mate. And then he goes and matches it up anyway. I've been saying that, which is amazing, but it's like we should be seeing this guy 100%. Blockbuster week in, week out, bro. Because I remember last year I was arguing about people saying Salah was better. I think Mbappe has potentially been the best. If I hear that, I'll leave. Bro, I was having to argue with people, and people were disagreeing with me, bro. This was last year, but I think Mbappe, bro, you could make the argument that for the last 2 years now, even 2-3 seasons, he has been the best player on the planet. But again, people don't see it week in, week out because he's playing in the French league. But every single time this guy is on the main stage against the biggest teams, he may not win it because, like you see tonight, it's not his fault he didn't win the World Cup. He's the reason France had any chance today. They were dead and buried after 5 minutes today. But he turns up consistently, bro. His clutch gene, it's like we talked about, right? Football is so scripted in that the big moments always fall to the main players. Yeah, Mbappe, always. Messi, Ronaldo. And Mbappe, I told you, he's entering that inevitable feeling now. Every big game, Mbappe shows up.